It going. So, haven't been live in a couple weeks, mostly because just trying to get things done. But wanted to stop in and talk for a little bit. Kind of give you guys an update on where things are at, um, and actually ask for the community's help a little bit. I am currently trying to raise funds so that I can transfer my business license from Iowa to Washington. In order to do, by doing that, I will actually open up my ability to look at actually getting funding, grants from the state of Washington and the city of Tacoma that would set me up to be able to get all the licensing that I need, all the software I need, and also pay for the publishing of the books, and also upgrade all my computer equipment, which would make a huge difference, and also would make it so that it would be very easy for me to return to Nathaniel. How's it going? Nice to see you. But it'll make it a lot easier for me to get back to live streaming on a regular basis and actually live streaming the game, not just coming in here with, these. As well as I'm looking at starting a second YouTube channel as well. But again, I have to get back to the point where I can use my editing software and live stream and all that type of stuff. So, what I'm doing right now is I have started a GoFundMe. It is out there so that I can raise the $2,500 I need to get all the business licensing transferred from Iowa to Washington, because I can't qualify in Iowa because I live in Washington, and I can't qualify in Washington because my business license is in Iowa. So I've got to get the licensing transferred out here, and that's what it's going to cost to get all the lawyers and stuff. I've been using everything I can to just try and get the websites built that I've been working on for other people, but I'm running into paywalls on them of certain things I can't even do there. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just doing everything I can just to keep things afloat right now, so that I can launch things to the next level, and also return full-time back to YouTube. Hey Larry, how's it going? My plan right now is to return to YouTube in September full-time. Now, part of that does require me to be able to get the computer upgraded so that I have have an upgraded video card that will actually handle me being able to edit things and actually be able to live stream again, so that my equipment is not just sitting here being wasted while I can only do live streams off my phone. So I'm asking, and I know it's a big ask because I know everybody out there is in hard times right now, but I'm asking if you guys can help out, be it no matter if you guys can donate, and I'm going to share the link to the GoFundMe, no matter if you guys can donate, or if you guys can just share out that link throughout social media. Maybe I can find some people out there that are willing to invest in other people. Hey man, let me know what you need in terms of software stuff. I'm a computer science student, so if you're stuck on something or can't figure something out, just hit me up. Nice, man. I will definitely do that. Yeah, I'm looking at several things right now, and everything that I do, I can create a generic site, but a lot of the stuff that I'm trying to do right now is just so detailed and so much a higher level that I have to have the paid versions to be able to customize it as much as I want to. So, and I've looked into Hostinger, I've looked into WordPress, I've looked into going through Go High Level, several different means of which to be able to actually build the sites that I'm trying to do. And every time I turn around, I'll get I'll hit some spot on there that it requires me to have something coded specially, and once I have to code it specially, the templates and the generic stuff just do not, it just won't do it. Um, but like I said, that's easily enough overcome if I can raise enough money to transfer my business license from the state of Iowa to the state of Washington, because I have a couple grants that I've actually talked to people on already, that as long as I get everything in place, um, are kind of surface level. You need to know code then yourself. That's what I'm good at. Yeah, see, I've been working with both of them, and I know some good. I know a level of coding, as well as I have access to ways to get code more in depth. But like I said, it's just without I can't do the custom code that I need to do on the free plans, and that's the problem. And so I need to get up to the commercial level plans to be able to do everything I'm trying to do. Also, on top of that, too, I've been talking to a couple publishing companies that are willing to publish my book, as well as work with me on getting a couple books published at the moment. Again, they want a certain amount up front before they're willing to do anything. Um, but again, this, like I said, if I could just raise the money for the business license, I have enough other stuff out there, that I can qualify for, that will more than set me up with the funding to be able to expand to the better computer, expand to the. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at about $35,000 worth of funding that I have available to me if I can raise the 2,500 to get the business licenses transferred. This would cover the rest of my expenses for the rest of the year. This would make sure that I make it to Vancouver for Battlegrounds Brawl, Summer, whatever they're calling it this year. Um, it would also mean that I can, like I said, I can come back to streaming on a regular basis. I can get back to the game on a regular basis. I can be able to code the way I need to finish these two websites. If you haven't seen them, I've actually done a couple. I've shared them out in a couple different spaces. I've got beautifully designed websites that I'm trying to get built. It's very easy that I can build what I want to build. The problem is like I said, I just need access to be able to do the custom coding, which unfortunately is about $800 worth of software. Um, which isn't a problem. Like I said, guys, this is the cost of doing business. It's just the fact that, like I said, I moved from Washington, or from Iowa to Washington, and I didn't move the business licenses when I did, and now it's got me held up where either I have to go back to Iowa to get funding, which I don't have the funds to do, or I have to move the business license to Washington so that I qualify for grants and other programs that exist here in Washington as a legal entity here in the state of Washington. So, like I said, if anybody's willing to share out the GoFundMe, if anybody's willing to donate, it's an absolute huge help, and I appreciate it all day long. Outside of that, like I said, I'm still planning on pushing everything so that I can get back to full time on YouTube very soon. It is going to be one of those things that we're going to be, like I said, I'm going to be doing both the Marvel Contest of Champions channel, as well as I'm going to be starting a second channel that's going to be more around marketing and the books and basically everything I'm doing business wise. So I'll do my best to keep the two separate as I get the second one started. It's actually already branded and everything. I've actually got that channel up and live. I just haven't started building it yet because, again, I want to get everything else in place before I do. and I also want to make sure that I can actually do proper lives and not just streaming off my phone. As well as I want to be able to make full videos and edit and everything, because there's going to be more to it, and there's going to be certain things that I do want to be able to show the community, and other things that I want to make sure do not get out there for privacy purposes. That type of stuff isn't easy to do when I'm trying to do it off my phone, and it makes it really difficult to do for any of the rest of this stuff. But like I said, guys, my plan is still 100% to get back and be part of this, no matter how all of this plays out. It's just right now, I know that this is the easiest and best way for me to be able to do this is by getting these funds in place right now. I am consulting with multiple different agencies and firms and anybody I can possibly talk to see every way I can to get funding in place so that I can get all this going. So one way or another, we are definitely going to manifest that we have the money to be able to do everything that we need to do over the next couple months, and we are going to be 100% back. I truly do miss playing Marvel Contest of Champions, and I really miss hanging out with the community. It's been something that has been a huge highlight of my life, and I have enjoyed it in every way, shape, and form. And it is my desire to not only get back to doing this, but also be able to get back to giving back to the community. So I really hate asking for help from the community so that I can get to the point that I can give help to the community, but sometimes that's how it has to be. So yeah, I don't know, guys. Outside of that, I have been at least starting to check into the game a little bit more. I've basically been grabbing my dailies again. I am building up a little bit of surplus because I do want to make sure that I get my alliance rebuilt back together and everything else before Banquet, and I want to make sure that I can contribute quite a bit to that as well. So, DD, how's it going, my brother? Nice to see you. When you live stream for several, yeah, I'm gonna get back to that. Like I said, Nathaniel, it's just getting this last little bit of funding in place so that I can get the new computer and get everything else, and then I can get back to live streaming for hours. As a matter of fact, we'll have a scheduled basis. I'm actually born and raised in Des Moines, Iowa. I moved out to Tacoma, Washington, almost 2 years ago now. As a matter of fact, we are just shy of 2 months of 2 years that I have lived in the Pacific Northwest. Just doing some work for my business. I'll have to get my headphones and jump on a call when you... Okay, no problem. Yeah, I probably won't be live for more than about half an hour, 45 minutes. If you got time after that, we can totally jump on and bullshit. Oh, it's gorgeous out here. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life, if not the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. Not saying I've been everywhere, but I will say, like, I wish I could show it right now. I should almost share some of them on the community page. But I took a couple videos this last weekend because I went to a book fair that was at Point Defiance on Owens Beach. And, like, the one side is just this huge, gorgeous mountain covered in trees and everything, and then you turn around and you get the gorgeous bay on the other side of you, and there's cargo ships and the ferry, and then there's people out there on paddle boards and everything else, and it was just an amazingly gorgeous sight. And everywhere I go around here is just, I've never been someplace that I thought was more beautiful. So I really do love it out here, and I have now the main question is it expensive to live out there from the southeast here? It depends on how you want to live. I will tell you this much. I have been living very minimalistic, obviously trying to get the business off the ground every bit of my funds has been going towards business expenses for the most part. Um, as far as difference in, like, the apartment I live in, back in Iowa would probably be 900 to 1100 a month, and here it's about 1325. So, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Overwhelmingly. So, yeah, it's a couple $100 more, and food is a little bit different. But and it depends too. Now, I don't own a vehicle at this point in time, so that does keep my expenses down. And I will tell you, gas prices out here are there's a start. Yeah, man. No, everything helps. Like I said, I've actually had a couple people donate on the GoFundMe already, and that is a help. I've got a couple personal friends that I'm talking to as well that are working on seeing what they can't do to help. It's everywhere that I can talk. I just don't want to leave any stone unturned and leave myself short of being able to fund not only my dream but my ability to build other people's dreams. And that's what this is all about for me. It's about raising other people's voices. And yes, I'm going to get to enjoy my life a little bit more so by doing all of this stuff. But also on top of that too, I want to empower other people as well. Darth Nick, how's it going? My favorite color is purple. As a matter of fact, if I had my overlay on here still, you really wouldn't have to ask. Give me a month, bro, and hopefully I can help you out. Maybe two, if I can launch both of these this week. That'd be awesome, man. But we may be in the same boat right now where we're only looking at about a month or two for both of us before we're both massively off the ground. Or at least that's my plan. I'll send you one on one of the things. Okay. Yeah, like I said, give me probably about another 10-15 minutes and we'll jump on a call. I know, like, my random, sporadic jump on just to hang out and talk to people, I don't get as much traffic as I used to. But still, at the same time, like, I'm never going to ignore the community. I love you guys 100%. I always have. It has been one of the biggest joys of my life, like I said, to actually even just be out here and be talking with the community on a regular basis. And I cannot wait to get back to live streaming and everything on a regular basis. So it will definitely be one of those things that once I am able to do that 100%, I will be beyond ecstatic. Whoop. Got it. Sorry, had to adjust one thing real quick to be able to see that. Like I said, another one of those things that is the fun of, like, I really have to get everything off the ground so that I can stop using my phone and go back to the equipment that I actually have that I can use and do this properly again. But anyways, guys, like I said, the link for the GoFundMe is, once again, I'm going to drop it one more time. But if you guys could share it out on social media, share it out with friends and family, every little bit helps. It will definitely help me get the business licenses transferred. And once I get them transferred, then it's going to be very easy for me to get all the funds in place to be able to get everything going and be able to come back to live streaming on a regular basis. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and go ahead and get working on whatever I can try and do behind the scenes to raise some more money. But for now, I do want to tell everybody, I hope everybody has a great day and a great night and pulls God to your champions soon. And until the next time, I absolutely love you guys, and I cannot wait to see you guys back on a regular basis. Jordan, nice to see you. Share out the GoFundMe link for me. It'd be appreciated. But I will see you guys soon. I'll keep you guys updated. So, see you, man.